ones here. Metro Manila's there.
Yeah.
So it's these two ones. They're basically monsoon weather.
Right, okay. What are those two called?
Bataan and Zambales.
And where's Manila?
Yeah,
Okay, so we're being a bit shielded from it then.
a little bit, but
You don't play with me, you have to do it.
So welcome back to another vlog. As you can probably hear, we are no longer in Baguio. We actually decided to take a bus and we drove all the way back down here to Manila. Now, we actually only planned to stay in Baguio for around 9 days. So we did our whole trip and we were ready to go. And luckily enough, we decided to go then because that was the weekend that Typhoon Henry was gonna hit the northern coast of Luzon, of the north of the Philippines. So we came down on the Friday, which was the day it was supposed to start coming in. And we luckily drove away from it quite quickly, and all we saw really was a lot of rain, but nothing else. So luckily we kind of got out of the way of that. As you can see on this video, Kev was looking at the weather warnings and checking what was going on because it was coming in quite quick. It was meant to be a super typhoon, and it was meant to meet some low pressure, which was called another name, and then it was meant to get even bigger. I think from what we've seen, it's hopefully going to skip those top islands and go upwards. But unfortunately, I think it's going to hit places like South Korea potentially and Taiwan, and I think maybe Japan, but we're not sure. That's what it's saying on the map. Whenever you look on the weather warnings, we use PAGNASA to always check weather warnings, and it shows you a little chart of the direction of where the typhoon will end up and at what growth it's going at. So sometimes it gets to a typhoon and then goes down. Sometimes it gets to a typhoon and gets bigger. So we've been using that just to kind of track what's been going on. But luckily we are now here in Manila and it doesn't seem too bad. It's not supposed to hit here for another few hours, so we may see some of the backlash of that storm, and if we do, I'll put some clips in. But we got out of the north very quickly in time for the typhoon to come round, unfortunately. So we are actually here in Makati. If you've been watching our videos, you would know that our first day in Manila, we were here in Paranaque. And it was a really lovely rural area. A lot of working Filipinos lived there. It was very diverse and very interesting to see everything. But it was very far away from all the very kind of touristy areas, and a lot of the time we had to pay quite a huge fee in grabs and the toll prices. So we decided to come somewhere a little bit further in, and we wanted to see what the fuss was about. People are saying so many great things about Makati and BGC. We had to come and look for ourselves, and it doesn't disappoint. We are sitting in a really nice high-rise building at the moment. We are currently in an Airbnb, and we've got 3 nights here, I believe, and then depending on the weather and how we're feeling, we'll either extend or we're going to go to an island. But I'm not really sure how the island thing is going to work at this moment in time, because the typhoon's supposed to stick around to around Monday, and Monday would be the day that we would want to fly out. So we are just going to be sitting tight until this storm blows over. We don't know how much of Makati we're going to be able to see in the drenching downpours that will happen eventually. It is starting to cloud over very quickly. Even now as I speak, it's getting darker and darker and darker. So storms are on their way. We love a rainstorm. We're from the UK. The rain is not a problem at all. It's very beautiful to see, but it does make getting around and going out a little bit trickier. So just quickly about the buses, we actually took a Victory liner back down to the city, and that ended up being quite a bit cheaper than the bus we took up, which I think was called Pacific North. But the bus we took down was around 3,200 pesos, which ended up being like £48 in the UK money. I always put them up on the screen for you. Yeah, and it was a really nice, pleasant experience. There wasn't a toilet on this bus, but there was a lot of stops. And I believe this bus took a longer route compared to our first bus. We stuck mainly on the first bus to expressways and the really big empty roads, which I assume is what they are. Whereas this bus stopped in loads of different areas and picked up and dropped off lots of people on the way there. Whereas the bus we took to begin with didn't do that at all. We didn't pick up any extra people and we didn't drop off any people. But it was a really good experience and the bus was really nice. It was around 6 hours this time, which is the normal time to get from Baguio to Manila. But when we went from Manila to Baguio, the bus actually was a lot quicker and ended up only being around 4 hours. So we are just sitting here and holding tight until this storm passes, and hopefully we'll be able to make a decision in the next couple of days because we're really unsure about which direction we want to head in. We've had a lot of advice saying to stay in the bigger cities just because it's easier to get around. There's more amenities for everybody. There's more food choices. Things are easier here. And then once you get used to Filipino life in the city, then go out to the provinces and it's a lot more easier to get used to because you're already used to the culture. So I feel like that's probably a really good piece of advice. We can stick around the city and see a lot more that we missed in our first few days of being in Manila, or we can go straight out to an island, but it is rainy season, and also with the storm coming, we don't know how delayed flights may be. We don't know if flights still fly out when there's typhoons or whether everything kind of shuts down. This is our first experience of a big one. So we'll have to see on that as well. But yeah, we are gonna hopefully head out soon somewhere. Everybody's very hungry, and we'll see if we can go and pick up something to eat and explore very close by places because it is already starting to rain. Yeah.
I just go down the elevator, see what it is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it raining?
Yeah.
Is it raining a lot?
Yeah. I can see a big, a big ton of like water.
Yeah, loads of water down there. Very rainy.
Can we go out?
Yeah, we're gonna go out somewhere soon.
I want to go right now. I love rain.
You love rain?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and I don't even want a raincoat.
No, well, that's very brave of you.
And I want to go out for lunch.
Oh, wow, all right.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Because I'm hungry.
You're always hungry.
I'm still hungry today.
Are we storm ready?
Yes!
Look at you. You're not going to get wet, are you?
No! No! I got big toes!
And this is what the window looks like in only, what, 20 minutes since I spoke last and showed you guys last the view. And now you can see all the, I don't know what that is, clouds, fog. The rain is heavy as anything. And I'm regretting now not buying an umbrella. You can see it's super, super heavy rain, but we only need to walk just kind of down this area. So we come straight out and go straight under again, which is nice. But that is a lot of rain.
That's crazy.
That's what storms do, and we're only going to keep seeing this.
Baguio's probably worse.
And to think, you wanted to go to Wistl Park, eh?
Yeah.
Do you want to go out to Wistl Park?
No.
Somebody.
Yeah.
Can I see that ice chocolate? Mom, can I have some of your ice chocolate? And you can have some.
So it is now Sunday morning. It's more like 11 o'clock to be honest, but it is Sunday and it looks like Makati is a lot better weather-wise. I assume the storm has either moved further up in the country or I don't know, but as far as I can see it doesn't look too bad today, which is really nice. I think it's like the first blue sky we've seen since our first day in Baguio, which was like 10 to 12 days ago, so this is nice to see. And we are going to head off to the supermarket to get some food in. We have nothing for breakfast, lunch or dinner. We can cook here and we've also got a fridge that's really nice, so we can get things in that we didn't have before, but we haven't got those things, so we need to go out and get them. So we're going to have a look at some of the local supermarkets and see what we can find. So we know that now September is here, it is definitely Christmas time. So Elowin's been doing some nice Christmas pictures. We're early too. We're joining in with the Philippine spirit. Yay, Christmas. So it is a new day here in Makati and unfortunately it is very stormy and very rainy again. So we are going to be staying in and we are almost about to end this video. However, we would definitely recommend that you keep on watching because we have a very funny and amusing little interjection that we've made for you guys. We hope that you get a great laugh out of it as we try and do something way outside our comfort zones. So yeah, keep on watching for that and then we will end the video once that is done. But please keep watching because it's very funny.
Kami
Ay pamilya ng lima. I can do it. I don't like speaking a different language because I feel like I sound like a buck.
Kami.
Yeah, I don't want my hands out like that. How do I put my hands?
I can't see.
Oh no, it's gone off the
Kami.
screen. No.
Minya.
I'm not going by what you said. It's just... Okay. So, no, not so. Kami ay pamilya ng lima. Kami, no, I've lost it because I'm on camera. Oh, kami ay, okay. Kami ay pamilya ng lima, and we want to learn Tagalog.
Ako ay batang lalaki.
Ako ay batang
Ako ay.
Ako ay batang lalaki.
Ako
Ako
ay
ay
batang
batang
babae.
babae.
Yay.
Ako ay lalaki.
Ay
lalaki.
Ah.
You got it wrong.
You are a man. Oh.
I? Attack, oh no. Sia. No, I don't know. Oh no!
No.
So Ling is an app that we discovered before we left for the Philippines. and Kev decided to download it and basically use it in order to learn simple Tagalog phrases. As we've gone along, we know only 2 words so far. 3, sorry, including the greeting, which is mahubay, and then lalaki and babae. So whenever we hear people on the phone and those words kind of prick our ears up, we know what they're saying, which is really cool. So we decided to download it, and we've been using it every day just to kind of learn some new phrases and words. We're not good at it in any way, shape or form, but it's always great to learn a new language, especially when you're coming to a new country, because we can't just get off of being English and asking things in English all the time. There are going to be situations where you're going to need to learn a little bit of the language. That's the whole point of being in a different country. You shouldn't expect everybody here to know English, and we shouldn't expect everybody to understand us. So we need to really broaden our horizons and use things like Ling in order to be able to communicate with one another, because that's the whole point. We do have an affiliate link for Ling. We aren't sponsored by any means, but we just wanted to kind of emphasize on how good it's been recently in getting us to learn some new phrases. Kev, unfortunately, cannot speak a word of anything, so he fails most things, but it's got a really cool system where you just learn things. They slow the phrases down for you so you can hear every pronunciation, and you do like little quizzes and little kind of questions and like little putting the phrases in order, and it's just a great way to kind of get the kids and us to learn a little bit more about the Philippines. So that is the end of today's vlog. We hope you guys had some fun with this one and really enjoyed it. We will be back with the next one, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this rain starts to kind of disappear a little bit so we can get outside and really enjoy this city. We can't wait to see what Makati has to offer. So if you want to stick around and see what happens for us here in the city, then keep on watching and we will see you in the next one. Thank you so much, guys. Bye. Wait a minute, scratch that. I should not be saying goodbye like that. Today we should be saying Parlem. We really hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you in the next one.